Hey guys, I have a new addition to the family that I'm really excited to share with you guys. It's under this blanket. Do you guys want to see what our new addition is? Stay tuned. Okay, so underneath this blanket is a smart bird feeder that we are adding to our family. I'm so excited. I mean, since it's a smart bird feeder, it's kind of like having a new baby because we can watch it on our baby monitor, which is our phone. I'm so excited about this. Okay, I know that was kind of a weird intro. This is from the company Peck Perk, and it is a smart bird feeder, which, no joke, I didn't even know was a thing. Did you guys know that? We are not a huge bird watching family, but I told you guys in a video a few months ago when I was thrifting, I got some hummingbird feeders, and my son is very interested in birds. We have this really cool bird book that you push the buttons and I got it thrifted too, and it's got all the sounds that for a bunch of different birds that you can see, which I'm hoping to use with this too. Have you guys ever seen this? The bird song book. So you find the page of the bird and then you push the button. Kind of sounds like a baby, doesn't it? So anyway, calm down, little birdie. So we are going to unpackage this and take you along with us this week as my son and I do some bird watching. The cool part is, with this being a smart bird feeder, it's a self-learning AI bird recognition, so it knows more than 11,000 bird species. It's got real-time bird notifications, so like when it sees the bird at the bird feeder, it tells you. Isn't that cool? Squirrel deterrent, which is nice so the squirrels don't eat all of our stuff. It says it alerts you when a detected squirrel or a mouse is up there. We do not want that. And there's a bird sighting log. There's 3 gigabytes of free bird video log cloud storage, which is really cool. This thing seems amazing. Here's some other things about it. It's got full color night vision. I'm sure there's some night birds. Do you guys know? I don't know a whole lot about birds, but I'm assuming there's some at night. It's got a 160-degree wide view angle. You got a micro SD card so you can put it in your computer, 2-way audio. It's weatherproof, which is good because it's gonna be outside. Live video, motion detection. So I'm so excited. So we're gonna get this opened up and see what's inside. We just thought we'd bring you guys along with us and see how this works. We're so excited that Peck Perk decided to send us one of these so that we could try it out. So my little bird helper here is gonna help. So this is the Avia Peck 1. We've got a user guide, so we'll have to read that. You're gonna have to help me read that, okay? Okay, looks like the cast I used when my foot was broken, doesn't it? Okay, this thing is huge. Ooh. It has lots of parts and pieces. So we're gonna read the directions and figure out how to set this up. We'll show you where we set it up, and we'll check in every day throughout the week and we'll show you guys how it works. Isn't that cool? So you put the food inside, the birds will come over here to eat, and then here's the camera. So you'll get a close-up of them. That is such a cool thing. I'm really excited, and it's nice. It's like, you know, neutral color that I think the birds will, do they think it's a bird? It kind of looks like a bird. Like, doesn't it look like a bird's head and a bird's mouth, kind of? I don't know if it's supposed to, but stay tuned for some bird watching. We're excited. You ready? Yeah. Yes! Okay. All right, let's go. Hear me out for 1 minute, okay? If you're like me, I would have seen a video like this and been like, I don't care about birds. I don't have any interest in bird watching or anything like that. And I probably would have clicked away from this video. But if you are a mom, if you are a homeschool mom, I'm encouraging you to watch this video. Watch it with your kids. This is the coolest bird feeder you've ever seen in your life. And I'm admitting right now, I have never had any interest in seeing birds. Every once in a while, I think since I've been a mom, I'll be like, oh, look at that pretty blue bird, or look at that pretty red bird, and then I didn't know the name of it. But overall, I'm not hugely excited about birds, but this thing amped up our excitement for bird watching. So give it a chance, especially if you're a homeschool mom. I absolutely think that you need this in your life because it is such a cool teaching tool. I'm gonna show you some clips of what we saw over the last month with birds. Some things that we saw were not birds. It actually took a while for us to get some birds to come because it's winter time. Can you see? We've got a ton of snow outside right now. And I started to get worried because I was like, there's no birds coming. I put bird food in the feeder and no birds were coming. And we had some other visitors, which you will see. Not my favorite visitors, but we did have a couple. So I was worried. I've got this video. I want to show you guys how this thing works, and I couldn't get any birds to come. But guess what happened? Once we finally had a bird come, they started telling their friends, and then we get so many birds every single day. It is seriously amazing. So I'm going to encourage you now, if you decide to get something like this and it's the middle of winter or whenever it is that you put it out, and I knew nothing about bird feed. I got some random cheap bird seed and I had no idea if it was the right thing or not. They'll eat it. They will come. Let me show you some of our visitors that we've had over the last month. We were able to identify some of these birds and I'm just really excited to show you guys. So let's get into it. Okay, so we have put part of this together. This is like a little perch for the birds to go on. It just snapped in. It's got a little piece here that you screw in to keep that secure. So the next step is we have to, it comes with a cord. It does not come with a block, so I'm using my own charging block. But we have to charge it for 14 hours before we can do anything with it. So before I actually attach it outside, I'm gonna charge it for 14 hours. So let's get that plugged in. Okay, and then something should light up. Aha! See how that's lit up? So it's charging. So now we're gonna let it charge for about a day. Okay, I just filled the bird feeder and I forgot to show you guys. So I just wanna show you how this works. It's super easy to fill. There's a little twist knob on the back. So you just unscrew that and then this piece slides off. And now I'm gonna show you how you pour the food in. So that's where I slid that top off. And there's like an opening on this side and an opening on this side. So that is totally full. See that you're pouring it in the top up there and then it just fills it all the way around here. But the camera is in a the camera's out here. So it's in a totally protected area. And then the food just comes out here. So it's nice that it like holds a ton of food and the birds will just sit right here and eat. So we're gonna get this up on the post outside today, even though it's like 26 degrees, it's freezing, but the birds need something to eat. So we'll show you in a little bit how we get this attached and then see if we can see some birds. We're ready to put up our bird feeder. We have this thing here, this really cool bell. Got directional things on it. So we're gonna hang it up here and we'll show you. It's freezing out here, but we're gonna get it hung up so the birds can come eat. Okay, now we're going to go attach the bird. Okay, so we picked a spot to put it on our post and it ended up, this thing here is pretty heavy, like front heavy. So it felt like it was gonna be too wobbly in the wind. So we are moving it so that it's like sitting on something and attached to the pole. And my husband's actually doing it because it's freezing outside, right? Is it freezing?
Yeah.
Yes. All set up here. So it's on this lower spot so that it's not, because it was like shaking in the wind, so it's better to be on two surfaces there. So we've got it attached good. Here is the solar panel, which is so awesome because that plugs in to the back here. Like we had to charge it to get it started, but that plugs into the back so that now we don't have to charge it anymore. So hopefully we'll get some visitors today.
There, say hi.
Okay, so this was our first visitor. I was completely creeped out because I absolutely hate possums. I think they're disgusting. But I do have to admit, it was very cool to be able to see him up close with those nasty long little fingers and his long, gross, pointy nose and eating all of our bird feed. It was really annoying. We tried to scare him away. He came back every single night. My kids were pretty fascinated by it, so I tried to think of it as a teaching lesson for them, but I was pretty creeped out because I really don't like mice or rats or possums because it's basically a giant rat and his nasty tail. But he came back many, many days. There it is. Ugh, look at that tail. But I will say the bird feeder made it very cool to see wildlife out here, even though this is not what we wanted to see. I didn't even know possums would eat bird food, but I guess in the wintertime, you take what you can get. So he came many, many times. And no matter what we did, there is actually a way to talk through the bird feeder. And we tried to yell at him and say, go away, get out of here. He wasn't fazed. Even setting the alarm. There's a little alarm you can push. He wasn't scared. He didn't care. Look, we finally saw some actual beautiful birds, wildlife. We saw this blue jay Once he started coming, he didn't stop. He kept coming. He loved coming back. I don't know the name of all of these birds. This is a blue jay. This one was beautiful. We just loved watching this blue jay. And see, when he turned, you could see the back of him. I can't remember the name of this one. We did see one that's called a dark-eyed junco, and I don't think it's this. I don't remember what this one's called. I'm not a bird expert, but these were really cool. Little plump, black on top, white on the bottom. You have to let me know if you know what it is. This little visitor, this is one of our cats. Her name's Wonky. She has one green eye and one blue eye. I don't know why she was up there. I think she was just curious. Here's our little bird again. We've got our blue jay. He's just beautiful. I love the blue jay. I think that's my favorite out of all the ones that we saw. Just very regal looking with his pointy top feathers. It was really cool to see them eating up close. When they actually came, the possum had spilled bird food all over the place, unfortunately, so sometimes they weren't actually on the bird feeder. But when they would come up close to the bird feeder, it was so cool to be able to see how they eat. I mean, there's a science lesson right there. Here's some more of these guys. There's our blue jay again. Isn't that cool? How you could see him eating real close, up close and personal. I loved watching him fly away too. Just so beautiful. Okay, I think this is a sparrow. The house sparrow and the white-throated sparrow look pretty similar. This one is not a white-throated, so I wonder if this is a house sparrow. They're so cute and short and fat, but they came pretty often. And then there's this little mystery guy. I'm not sure what he is. A white-bellied something or other, maybe. I don't know. But they were really cute. Little pudgy guys. But it was so neat to see them up close like this. Once they started coming, they didn't stop. Every day, we had multiple birds. It's like they would go tell their friends, hey, come, this is some food. We've got food over here. And they just kept coming and coming. And sometimes we'd have 3 or 4 birds sitting there. Look at him. Isn't that cool? See, watching him eat up close like that. Such a cool science lesson. Yeah, look at that blue jay. God's pretty awesome, the way he designed these birds. That's amazing. They're so pretty. The markings on the face. I mean, you can't usually get this close. The ring around the neck, like that kind of stuff. Okay, so I think this is another sparrow. They have really cool markings too. And then this guy, this mystery guy, he's kind of like a penguin bird, but I don't know what he's actually called. And if you pay for the AI features, it'll tell you what the bird is. But we just took it as a challenge to look it up and see if we could learn on our own. And I probably could do some more digging to figure out what that was. So I think this is a sparrow. I love the little markings on them. They're cute. They're so chubby. They're super cute. But look how he takes tiny little bites as opposed to the blue jay, who usually picks up big pieces of corn, it seems like. And see, we've got snow covering this. We probably weren't home and we weren't able to uncover the bird feeder. And they found their food anyway. They were able to kind of dig in there and it didn't seem to bother them, which was nice. So I would get notifications on my phone and tell me, there's action noticed at your bird feeder, so I could click on it and watch it live, even if I wasn't home. So that was really neat. It's a very cool feature how it just pops up and lets you know. And if there happens to be a squirrel, they call it a squirrel, but it could be a possum, it could be a cat, it could be the wind. But if it notices or detects something that's not an actual bird, it'll notify you a squirrel is at your bird feeder. And then you can push this alarm button and it could scare them away. That guy looked like he fell off the deck. The possum didn't care, but I'm assuming a squirrel would be scared by that noise because it's a pretty loud buzzing alarm sound. So that's a really neat feature to have, to be able to just push that. Even if you're like at a friend's house, you can be like, squirrel, get out of there. We haven't seen any squirrels yet. So that was kind of interesting. Wasn't that fascinating? I just thought that was so cool. Even if you're not a bird person, just being able to learn some of the birds and seeing them up close, because you may see a blue jay, on a tree close to you, but actually being able to see it up close like this on the camera and seeing, like, it was neat to see like the markings around the neck and then the details on the tail. I just thought it was really cool. And I don't know how else you could do that unless you just sit and take pictures, maybe like a bird watcher, but who has time for that? So I thought this was really, really neat. My favorite part is the solar panel that attaches to it, because all I had to do was charge it the first day. The first day I charged it overnight, and then as soon as we plugged it in and then we mounted it outside with the solar panel outside, I have never taken it off. I've never had to take it off to recharge it or anything. We've had some very cloudy days over the last month with snow, or I think we had a couple rainy days, and it didn't affect it at all. It was enough, it gave it enough juice to keep it going. And we were able to get footage every single day, which was really cool. So I think that's awesome, because that's my favorite part. I did not want to have to take this thing down and bring it inside and charge it, or to replace batteries, just to set it up and go, check it and watch it. Let that be like a part of your day, like especially if you're a homeschool mom. Every day you start your day with certain things, like in your morning basket type of thing. Okay, we're gonna check the bird feeder together and let's see what kind of birds we saw yesterday. Like, it doesn't even have to be happening right now. My kids really enjoyed this, and it was just a fun family interaction. My husband even would be like, hey guys, there's a bird out there on the bird feeder. And like I said, we've never been bird people. So this was a very fun, very cool thing for our family. So I hope you guys will give it a try. I'm going to leave a discount code for you guys. You get a percentage off if you want to order your Peck Perk bird feeder. So just check that out in the description box below, and you can order one and let me know how it goes. It's super fun. I showed you how to set it up and everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.